boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, today school is in session. Um, a lot of videos I have out there, which I have a lot. I've got, a lot of videos. I think I'm approaching close to over 500 videos, probably more than that actually, give or take. So, anyways, in just about every one of my videos, when it comes to the type of shells, I've said it time and time again how I love APCR and I hate heat rounds. And I've had occasionally somebody will say, "Why do you hate heat shells so much? Why do you hate heat? You always talk about APCR, but APCR loses velocity over distance, loses pen over distance. Heat, keeps that awesome penetration from the second it leaves your barrel till it hits whatever." And they're like, I don't understand why you are so against heat shells. Well, today I am going to school you and show you why I hate heat shells so bad. So, anyways, we're going to start with the shells that I was shooting. And this was a prime example. And, we're going to go over this and then I'll show you the video. And, the Object 430 version 2, the gun on it is mediocre at best. It's 221 standard pen, 270 for its heat shell, which 270 for heat is definitely not your higher end heat shells. The gun on the it's inaccurate. Penetration's really not that good. If you're top tier, yeah, you're doing all right. If you're bottom tier, you're gonna struggle. Now in this match, we were in a tier 8 and there was tier 9, so we weren't top tier, but I think tier 8 might have been the lowest tier. Most of the tanks in the match were tier 8. And I'm going to go through each one of these shots kind of quick and show you why I hate heat shells so bad. So, now if this would have been an APCR shell, more than likely it would have hit the barrel here, continued on at that angle, might have penned underneath the gun mantle. Kind could have been close. It might have hit the gun mantle, but 221 might, and that's a big might, have gone through the gun mantle and still penetrate him. But due to the fact that this is a heat shell, it hit the barrel right there, and guess what happened? You got it. Knocked out his gun. So that's first shell. Second shell, Yag 88 again. Spaced armor. I'm aiming. Okay, now when I'm aiming for the superstructure here and here. I'm thinking 270 will go through that superstructure, no problemo. But look where I hit him. So, you can see the accuracy on the gun is just definitely, yeah, trash. So, spaced armor, petered out, no damage. Next shot, Type 4 heavy. Well, I was aiming for this and I hit him there, and due to the angle, normalization, and the thickness of his front end there, didn't didn't penetrate. Next one, back on the Yag Tiger again. Oh, I thought this was the 88. This is actually the Yag Tiger I was shooting at. Anyways, spaced armor, hit the spaced armor on his gun mantle, nothing. Again, Yag Tiger. I was aiming for the superstructure, hit his commander's hatch and did nothing. It must not, I guess, it must just not have a hitbox or something in there. Because according to this, that should have penetrated. But no luck anyways. Even though I was aiming for down here. Um, Next shot, T26C5. Aim for the weak spot. The commander's hatch. Well, I thought this was a lot weaker because when I take mine out, it seems like people go through me like butter. 270 pen heat round, I would have thought would have went right through that. Well, guess what? You got to hit it like in a perfect spot, and I got it matched up with the gun off the 703 version 2. Heat round, 270 pen. About where I hit him, it said that I got about a 9% to a 15%, give or take, chance of penetrating him there. Bumps up depending on where you hit, 40, it's only a 50-50 chance there. Across the top, you got about a 74%, so you really got to hit that upper lip right there to even have kind of a chance. Anywhere other than like literally dead center of that little spot right there. Now that's with this gun. You don't have a chance. So that is obviously not as weak as I thought. I actually thought this was a lot weaker than it is. I don't know, maybe if they buffed it recently, if that's what it was from day one. Um, but yeah, because whenever I get shot there, it's not the T-32's Commander's Hatch, and it seems like people just right through me like butter. But anyway, so I put, I just wanted to show you that because I hit that several times to no avail. I mean, you can see where I hit them. Now, I guess I should have aimed right here. But, you know, with the accuracy of the gun on this, and I was aiming for his commander's hatch, I believe every shot I took at him except for a couple down on the side. So, no penetration. Back to the Ag Tiger. Oh, yay, we hit his superstructure. No penetration. M103, we hit him there, and we actually did penetrate. Woohoo! For a low roll. T-26E5, damage, heat, we actually penned him. Where did we hit him? Well, we hit him in the side. T-26E5 again, spaced armor. Now, given that one, I think I was aiming for his cheek, and he either pulled out or started backing out, something. Anyways, I was aiming for the cheek. I believe I was aiming for this cheek, but maybe that one. But anyways, spaced armor, peters out. Now, if I hit him with AP or APCR there, good chance it might have gone through because it's spaced armor. These are really, really bad against because they explode on the outside. Let's see now. No, that's APCR. You know what? I forgot. Let's see what that says with heat. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, that's HE. I'm sorry. Come on, Jeff. Let's get it right here. Oh, see, now that's telling me I had a 98% chance to go through where I hit him. Well, I guess it depends on what pixel you hit. Here, I have a 23% chance of going through him. 2 pixels up, I have a 76% chance of going through him. To the left, as we go up a little bit, it moves up. But I must have hit him on that pixel right there. We're at 22%, because it didn't. Yeah, but you can see spaced armor. Yeah, ain't happening. APCR even on that. Yeah, that's just so darn thick. So let that be a lesson to you. Don't shoot one of these T-26E5s unless you're in a tier 10 that can actually go through that. Because 703 version 2 definitely is not. Next shot. Ah, dang, spaced armor again. M103, next shot. Tracks love. They eat heat shells for lunch. Now, if that would have been, now I shot heat rounds until I was empty. I did it on purpose for this video. I don't want people thinking, hey, just look at he's shooting all heat all the time now. And no, I did this strictly for this video because I wanted to show you why I hate, because a lot of people, like I said, have been asking me, why do you hate heat shells so bad? Well, this is why. You hit them in the track, bada bing. Tracks just eat these things for lunch. They love heat shells. Don't ever shoot tanks around tracks because with heat shells because they just chop them up. Now we finally ran out of heat shells. Now we're down to APCR. Now at that angle, yeah, it's probably gonna bounce. If I hit him straight on, it would have penned. This is with APCR. I'm a little surprised that one actually didn't pen. But anywho, T-54, now we're with standard APCR rounds. Now, if I would have hit that shot with a heat round, his track, that one actually missed his roller wheel. Now, if it would have hit that roller wheel, it probably would have eaten the shell, but we hit him with an APCR for one. Even if that would have been a heat shell, you can see it just missed that roller wheel, so it probably would have penetrated his superstructure and penned him. And this one here, again, even if it would have been a heat shell, it would have went through there. If we would have hit his track or a roller wheel or his drive sprocket, then it probably would have eaten the shell. But even if it were a heat round where we hit him there, this was an APCR, but if it would have been a heat, it would have penned him there. So, yeah. Me, on the other hand, seemed like I wasn't having a whole lot of luck with bouncing a whole lot. T-26E5, it's got really actually pretty good pen. It's got a good gun on it, just low alpha. I think it's 230. Like I was talking about those guns that do 230 alpha. This is why, because you get a low roll, he hits me for 217. Now, if he'd have been shooting me, because he shot all premium rounds, if he would have shot me with, I think that gets heat rounds. Actually, I think we can look. Bum, 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 bum. doesn't say. I got it against that one. Well, I'm not going to sit here and dink around on that one all day long. I thought it said what type. Oh, here we are. Accuracy rounds. APCR, APCR, and HE. So that doesn't get heat rounds anyways. Gets APCR for standard, APCR for premium. He might have been shooting me with premium. It could, maybe it was standard. I thought it was premium. But anyways. And hit me right here. I was shocked at that one. When I looked, I'm like, oh, that should have bounced. I mean, right there, that's like probably the thickest. You can see the weld marks. I mean, obviously, it's just a picture, but that would have been like one of the thickest spots. I could see if he pinned me down here, but right there, oh, come on. But nope, he pins me. This was a friendly tank, shot me in the back of the turret. Thank goodness for friendly fire being off. That was my own fault, though, kind of. I was pulling forward trying to deal with that M103, and he was behind me, and I just happened to pull forward when he shot. Again, T2065 hit my lower plate, penned me. M103 hit my upper plate, bounce. That upper plate is definitely strong. If you can hide that lower plate, you will bounce all day long. Well, T2065 lower plate, penned me again. Now this next one with a T54, I understand that his heat shell has 330 pen, but I've been trying to shoot one of these with, I'm in one of these, hitting up here, and this, you know, this, normally that's a weak spot, because it's like on the IS-3, you know, there's a strip right here. Well, on this one here, it's sideways, but still a weak spot. And I've hit that with 270 millimeters of pen at an angle too, not angled like this, but angled more like this and still bounced. I get hit with a T54 using his heat rounds, which is, I believe, 330 pen, goes right through me. And that's exactly where you want to shoot these two, I guess, if you got high enough penetration. But his heat round went right through mine, where 270 will not go through that, because I've shot several of these 703 version 2s in my 703 version 2 with 270 millimeters of heat round pen, and I can't get it to go through there. So obviously, if you got a little bit more pen like the T54, 330 millimeters will go through that. So, but anyway, so that is just kind of me explaining why I bounced, or either bounced and penetrate, hit something on the tank that caused the shell to explode before it even hit the tank, like the barrel of the YAG-88. Oh, that was a YAG-88 and a YAG-Tiger. Or it just, for some reason on the YAG-Tiger, just didn't have enough oomph to go through the superstructure, which I really thought that round, whoops, right there, I really thought that one should have penned. But, you know, I don't make the game, so maybe that was just an extra strong pixel right there. But anyways, that's why I hate heat rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm sorry, 11 shells. Well, 10 of them were heat, one was APCR. So 10 of those shells did not penetrate because of hitting a barrel, spaced armor, track, or obviously just didn't have enough oomph on that, which, like I said, I think that one should have went through. But that's why I hate heat rounds so very, very, very much. But anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have a match in the 703 version 2, and you can kind of see exactly why I shot where I did. And like I said, I just did this to show, again, why I hate heat rounds so much. But anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, I will be right back with some gameplay for you. Alrighty, so here we are on Pilsen, and thought I already turned this down a little bit, but apparently not. Let's go ahead, crank it down a little bit, so you can hear my big mouth versus the roar of the enzymes. So anyways, I like to go to the left when I'm in a heavy tank, medium tank, destroyer. If I'm in a light tank, scout, I'll go to the right. Sometimes with the tank destroyer, I'll go set up here depending on what the team matchup is. And you can see a lot of people are using the anonymizer, including myself. I like it, I really do. I've noticed since I've been using the anonymizer, well, unless you're playing this thing, a lot of people go out of their way to shoot this thing. I don't know if they still just people want to kill it, but the nice thing is you're not seeing 5 and 6 of them per side anymore. I don't know if people are realizing that the guns on these are just, with the penetration and the accuracy, it's just not a super really awesome tank to play. It's got great armor, you just really kind of struggle penetrating stuff with this because, like that for instance, hit the rock, aimed at them, but just the accuracy on this gun is definitely pretty pitiful. And I like the double shot hoe aspect, but the problem you run into is the odds of getting to shoot. Yeah, see, if I would have waited, I'd hit that M103 in the side there because you drove right in front of me, but no such luck. But the chances of getting to use that double shot are far and few. It doesn't happen like, I mean, this match, never even get a double shot off. I think since I've been playing this tank twice, I think I've actually used the double shot 2 times, and what I got, like maybe 10, 12 matches in this, and out of the 2 times I've done it, 1 penetrated through the front of a Renegade, and the other one, I believe, I can't remember if they both bounced or missed or what. It's that 3-second delay. If you didn't have a darn 3-second delay, it would be a lot nicer and you would be able to probably use it a lot more. But that's why they more than likely do that 3-second delay. This guy is just, I understand he's trying to side scrape, but it's like, make room, buddy, let me in there, because your 112's a piece of shit. 112 has such junk. See, I was aiming for, I always love it when it bounces you back and forth. Going for the Jagdtiger's superstructure, and you can see, I know I already went through all the shots with you. It's not, for one, if you got a gun that the accuracy sucks and has a slow aim time, you don't want to hover out in front of tanks because that's how you take damage while you're aiming in. You just want to get up there, take your shot, back up. If you pull out and just sit there, well, then they get to aim in on you, and you know, if they're already sitting there like they are, they're already pre-zoomed in. See how he's already pre-zoomed in? So, oh, he was shooting premium. I wasn't sure if it was premium or standard because both his rounds are APCR, but it was premium. And I don't blame him. I'd have been shooting premium in this thing too. I mean, I'm shooting premium for the simple fact that I want to show you guys why I hate, because like I said, I have a couple people ask me, why do you hate heat rounds so bad? Well, this is exactly why. That's the round that actually skimmed across the top of his commander's hatch and didn't penetrate his commander's hatch. It wasn't considered a hit. Now I'm just basically loading 1 shot at a time, take my shot, either miss or not penetrate. And I knew this was going to happen. It's not like I was going, oh boy, this really sucks. I mean, I've got a penetration, great, but I just knew with heat rounds, I hate them. I only carried the amount of heat rounds I did for this match just to show you guys, you know, what it can't do or why I hate them so much. And I made sure I carried 20 APCR, you know, so I could shoot these ones off and then switch over to APCR and hopefully do some damage. I haven't done a lick of damage yet. Not penetrated 1 single round. And I mean, certain tanks, yeah, you know, if I would have hit that Type 4 heavy kind of in a better area, good chance I would have penned them. Like this M103, APCR would easily went through, waiting to get loaded, waiting to get loaded. So we were actually able to do 2 shots, both in easy spots that heat rounds can, you know, APCR would easily gone through. APCR is a better round. Yeah, you know, APCR is just a way better round. Aim for the cheek, hit his spaced armor on his gun mantle. So this tank is just, it's accuracy is just so bad. It's not accuracy for this tank, it's inaccuracy. I didn't realize that WZ was heading up there at first. I thought I was going to be able to get over there and help him and try and be a little more careful, not get any damage. So I'd go to try and straighten it out, and his APCR rounds are just going through my front end. Just too easy cheesy for him. But I want to get rid of the M103. Pop out here with my heat round and shoot him in the track. Yeah, and you can see I'm just doing oh so well. Now I'm down to APCR. That E5's got a good reload time. He's put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds into me. Penned 4 of them. One was I think he knocked my track off. That big splotch right there is where right there was where the WZ-111 GFT accidentally shot me, which that's because of me bouncing around up there trying to get shots at the enemy team there. Thank goodness team damage is off, or he would have done a whole ton of damage to me. So now we're to APCR, my favorite round, and oh, look at that, hit him in the track and still penetrate. And penetrate. Now he's shooting his lovely heat rounds, and he went right through my upper part, which it takes a lot of penetration to go through one of these on the top portion of the turret. But you know how everybody's just got to sling their heat rounds and their T-54s. That's exactly what he did. Now, if he had shot me with a standard round, he would have probably bounced. So, yeah, you can't really blame him. But anywho, so now since we've shot in standard rounds plus, I think two heat rounds penetrated and did damage, and the rest have been APCR so far. We've done basically all our damage with 2 APCR rounds, 2 heat rounds. Now, if I would have shot all APCR rounds, more than likely I probably would have done a hell of a lot more damage. But like I said, 0 heat rounds. I just wanted to show you guys why I hate heat rounds so much. Now, if I'd have been shooting across the map, game's over. If I'd have been shooting across the map at stuff, yeah, heat rounds can come in handy for that because you don't lose penetration over distance. Whereas with APCR, the further away they are, the more penetration you lose. Same with AP. Heat rounds and HE rounds do not lose penetration over distance, so you can shoot a tank 2 feet in front of you, or, you know, 400, 450 meters away from you, and it's going to have the same penetration from 2 feet or 450 meters away from you. It's going to have the same exact penetration. So there is goods about the heat rounds. I just tend to not like the heat rounds because if it hits a tree, a rock, anything, any kind of debris, the end of the barrel of a tank destroyer, a track, then the basically the round is null and void. You just wasted that extra expensive round. Now APCR from your AP round to shooting your premium is APCR. I love APCR. That's my go-to favorite round because it's quicker. It gets from point A to point B. It's got better velocity. But like I said, you do lose penetration over distance. So it's kind of a bummer if something's quite a ways away. You might have, like this is what, 221, 226? I can't do it when it's paused. I think it's 221 pen from 100 meters. As that goes from 100 to 150 to 200, 250, 300, as it goes out, it goes from 221 down to 220, 219, 215, 200, 198. So the further away the enemy vehicle is from you, the less penetration you have. So you might have 221 pen shooting this tree right here, but if you're shooting that building, you know, that heat pipe right there, you might only have 150 pen. So it all depends on the distance of the vehicle away from you. So hopefully that explained why I hate heat shells, and I constantly say it. And maybe it kind of schooled anybody that really didn't know about the heat shells and APCR and AP, how the heat rounds and the HE rounds don't lose penetration over distance where your AP and APCR do. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something, and maybe they'll help you decide when to and not to use the heat round on different areas of tanks. And yeah, hopefully it helped you. But you guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.